Hello and welcome back to Josh on the YouTube. Today this is round number 2 at Old Wickbury Park after shooting a round of 70 in round 1. This was 1 under par. I had 3 birdies on my back 9 to put me at 1 under par and realistically a chance today to go out and get myself up that leaderboard. The game has been trending and it's starting to feel like I can compete again, and it's nice to see the game in practice, but you know, when you get out into these pro events you've got to see the signs out there as well. So round number 2, we're kind of in contention, 4 shots off of the lead. See if we can go low. Let's go get them. Hole 1, par 4. Opted for a 4-iron off of there as it just tightens at about 300, but found the left semi-rough and this left me right around about 160. So back flag, didn't really want to go long and I hit a 9-iron here playing for like a 145 shot, so plenty of room for error or even a flyer, and this one certainly did fly to the back edge. I 2-putted for my par. Hole 2, par 4, dogleg right to left, awkward tee shot. And I was in between kind of clubs. In a practice round I hit 5-iron, the wind flipped around and it was downwind, so I had 7-iron here. Beautiful ball flight, but I've just overturned it straight into the bunker. That's literally the one spot you do not want to hit it, and I've hit it straight into the trap. So trying to advance this to somewhere near the green, and just caught this one heavy and left me right around about 65 yards into the green. So up and down needed early on to, you know, stay at level par. You do not want to go backwards in these tournaments and chasing rounds, so yeah, 60 degree here, just trying to get it close. And by all means, not a fantastic wedge shot there to 25 feet. Long putt at par. And that is a big misread. Unfortunately, 2 foot for bogey. And that's going to be 1 over through 2, unfortunately. Par 3, 3rd hole, birdied this one the day before. Pin back right, stinky flag, and I've gone down to a pitching wedge here, downwind. The wind is kind of all over the place at this course. It comes in between the trees, and you know, you think it's down or into, and it's just, yeah. Basically, I didn't get a good club there. That's what I'm trying to say. It was the wind's fault, not mine. But yeah, up and down here. Chip shot just didn't really commit and just kind of got snugged up in the rough there. Not a fantastic shot at all. So 25 feet for a par again. Very aggressive putt, not what you want to do. Leave yourself a 5-footer back up the hill for bogey. And that is going to be a double early on. Not what you want. Hole 4, 3 over par through 3. We need to turn this around. Trying to keep the faith and drive her out. Let's make a good swing down here. Also not what you want. This round just has not started the way I visioned, but you know, you've got to fight back. 140 here. Pitching wedge flew on me straight into the back bunker, and you know, you get up there and you've got a stinky lie, feet up against the lip, and I'm thinking I'm 3 over through 3. This can't go much worse, can it? but a stunning bunker shot there to right around 8 feet. And now we've got a chance for a par from 8 feet. It's a bit relentless out there, you know, professional events, especially round 2, you know what the leaders are at. You're going out there with the mindset of a low one, and then you're rolling in 6-footers to save par. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's see if we can start a birdie train now. Hole 5, par 5. Great chance here. And I'm aiming up the left-hand side. Wind's out the left. Not a comfortable tee shot for me. But I hit a great one. Little fader down the middle, leaving me 242 yards. Guess what club I'm hitting? 7-iron. Fly a lie. She jumps over the bunker onto the green to right around about 30 feet for eagle. Come on, this would be humongous if we can roll this in. Get the round really going. And at the moment I'm going halfway through the putt and just kind of visualizing it. I've been seeing some putts halfway breaking off a lot, and this one did exactly the same. Missing it low side, but that's going to be a birdie to get me back to +2. Hole 6, back up the hill, par 4. Pretty tough one, into the breeze, and need to get the tee shot away here. Ripped it, just didn't fade, but that's completely fine in the left hand side of the rough, leaving me 124 yards into the breeze. I'm hitting a pitching wedge here, just a soft one, and a nice strike again, just slightly jumped on me and released all the way out to 54 feet. Not an easy 2-putt on a 5% slope. Yep, that's 5 fingers. Not a bad line if I hit it. 5 feet for the par. Big save. Stays at +2. And par 3, hole 7. Down the hill, I've got 7-iron. 8-iron actually, sorry, from 197. Front edge was probably playing like 185, playing 175. So, you know, it's pretty firm out there. And just leaked on this one a little bit. Just on the right hand side. Pretty tough chip. I couldn't quite land it on the green, I felt like, with lob wedge. So visually, you know, I'm trying to visualize where can I land this chip, release it out in the fringe. And I thought I played a good one. It just kind of popped up on me there, leaving me now a 5-footer for par. And, you know, sometimes you just get rounds like this where it's not really going your way, but you've just got to grind it out the best you can. And that is golf. Sometimes it's not going to be your best stuff, but we have to try and get a score. So can we roll this one in for the par? No, we cannot. That's going to be a bogey to slip to 3 over. So par 5, back up the hill, hole 8. Trying to get a good drive away here. And that's the classic spin open, hands over the top. High block cut into the right rough. Not what you want, Joshua. Had about 260 and more like, sorry, 280, and I've hit a 9-iron here. Thought I was doing a right arm off drill, I think, with Liam. Flushed it though, straight back into play. Left me 90 yards back up the hill into the breeze, and I've gone down to a gap wedge here, just trying to flight one low, and just almost popped out of it to the right. Again, you know, a similar shot to the drive, but because it's you know, not going as far, you kind of get away with it. So feeling the slope there. Had a good read on this one. And just missed low side again. You know, missing it low. And I'm just really trying to visualise that halfway point and see how much it's breaking towards the end. Because I felt like they've been snapping this week. But hey ho, it's going to be a par. +3, through 8. Not what we wanted, but hole 9, short par 4. I've hit a 7-iron into the fairway and left me 120. I've got a pitching wedge and hopefully try and take out this flagstick. And interestingly enough, another one out of it to the right. Very similar shots there. And, you know, you're creating a pattern of, right, what am I doing when I'm hitting that shot? So, you know, even though this round isn't going my way, we're building information to know what's going wrong. Tough up and down here. Hit a good shot with lob wedge. Spun it up nicely to about 4 feet. And this one to get through 9 at +3. Not been a fantastic day. And it's still not a fantastic day. +4 through 9. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. But hole 10, par 4. Can we have a hot back 9? And I've just turned this one over into the left side. Blocking myself out. I've got a pitching wedge here from 180. Just trying to hook it round the trees. And I've done a great job. It's hooking. And you might see in the middle of the screen now, this one just rolling over the back edge. Leaving myself a really, really stinky chip. I'm trying to land this almost in the rough. Very, very tough chip shot. And I've actually played it a joke. I don't think I could have played it much better. And it's still gone to about 12 feet here for par. Big Joshua. Very good. Hole 11, par 4. Can we make a birdie? Good swing there. Watch the club twirl. Club twirling at +4. I think that should be illegal. But good chance here from 106 yards. I've hit lob wedge. There's a massive slope in this green. Have to pitch this one perfect. And I've just done that. This had a little sniff. Oh my God. What a golf shot. And now we've got 3 foot for birdie to get back to +3. Can we make it? And this might be the first smile you've seen from me today there. Finally starting to see a couple of good golf shots in a row. That was nice. Par 4, hole 12. It was actually normally a par 5 for the members, but it's OB normally up the right, but they removed it for us, thank Lord. Otherwise this one would have been OB. 130 yards, and this pin is just near on impossible from where I am. Couldn't hold the green, and I've landed this one in line with the bunker, bounced all the way around and just crept onto that front edge there, leaving me right around about 65 feet. Would take a 2-putt, and this one is needing a taxi for the way back. About a 7-footer for par. Right to left, swing-a-linging. And that's going to be a bogey. Don't slap it. It's not the putter's fault, Josh. It's the person on the end of it. A very frustrating day so far, and this is golf at its finest right here. The most frustrating sport in the world. I don't know why we all play it, but hole 13, par 4, back up the hill, and I've just hit a nice 3-wood actually, just up the left-hand side. I didn't think it was going to go as far as what it did, but left me around about 140, and I've got a pitching wedge from here off of an awkward lie. Just managed to find the front edge, And this was, you know, again, another 30-footer for birdie. Not a fantastic chance, but especially when you leave it short. But, you know, just you get days like this. And I guess you're just trying to build up that information as to what you're doing on these days differently. And it's great to film it and have the evidence, you know, to show your coach, or just to even watch back yourself, clarify what you was doing good, what you was doing bad. Par 3 here, hole 14. Just trying to hit a low, squeezy 8-iron and, you know, come up and out of it again, bottom groove, straight into that bunker. Not what we want. And this one's a really, really tough shot, actually. 35 yards. Pretty awkward bunker shot, but not a lot of sand, which is what you want when you've got a long bunker shot. Just splashed this one out almost perfectly. Right to around about 2 feet. And this putt was stinky. Like 2 foot, but I'm talking moving like a cup right to left. Almost missed it. Hole 15 now. Par 4 back down the hill. Smoked it. Finally. Good swing. Left me 89 yards. And just check this one out. So I've hit sand wedge, trying to play it for a 75. Bounced probably 15 foot short and it's still gone long. So scratching my head there, and this is just UK golf. It's such fine margins and you really have to guesstimate your whole way around. And, you know, awkward lie at the back of the green. Just, it really is one of them days, and, you know, sometimes you just have to accept it. It's just not your day. But 6 foot for par here now. Can we save it? I was walking it because I thought it missed, but somehow walked it in. Run, Josh. Par 5, hole 16, back up the hill. And trying to play for that fade, and it just didn't really fade. Left me into the left rough here from about 180 up the hill. Hit an 8-iron here. Another flyer. It's tough to judge in the UK this time of year. It's just everything's so bouncy. And, you know, this is decade at its finest. You do not want to miss it here, as this one was dead. Tried to play a high flop and hit it to 30 foot. At this point, I'm saying to myself, I don't know if people want to watch this, because I've just, you know, I'm 4 over. I'm leaving myself 40, 50 footers for birdie. It's not the birdie fest that we all wanted to see, or I wanted to see, but, you know, it's golf. Sometimes these rounds happen. And, yeah, it's just an acceptance. And, like I say, can you watch this back and pick up a couple of shots here or there that we can alter to get better next time? So, par 3, 17th, 2 holes to play, and we're still at +4. Fantastic golf swing there, and this one went to about 18 feet. Pretty good swing. Can we get some magic? 2 holes to go. Come on. How has that not dropped? Just go in the hole. Hate this game. I don't. I love it really, but it's very, very frustrating at times. 18th hole. And the bunker there is at 240 yards. I've got 6-iron. Check where this finishes out. Tight draw. Down the left-hand side-ish. And this one ends up past the bunker. It's so lucky. I cannot believe it stayed out the bunker. I think I actually got a right bounce from the left rough, so thank you, Lord, for that. 80 yards to the last hole, and I've hit a lob wedge. This one just releasing all the way down to the right-hand side of the green. Long birdie putt again, back up the hill. One of them days, my boy. One of them days. Can we roll this in for a round of +4? And that's going to be +4, +3 for the tournament, and tied 49th. Appreciate all the support. Love to you all. Subscribe if you're new, and like the video.
Thank you, ladies.